It begins with a question echoing across the red half of Merseyside. What if Liverpool had their next great number 10? Not since Philippe Coutinho weaved his somber magic at Anfield has the club truly possessed a central attacking midfielder, capable of unlocking a defense with a drop of the shoulder or a no-look pass through a crowd of bodies. In the years following his departure, Liverpool evolved, built around gegenpressing, wide overloads, and a relentless front three. But something was missing. In the densest, tightest moments of high-stakes football, there was no maestro in the middle to orchestrate the chaos. That may soon change. Florian Wirtz, the 22-year-old prodigy from Bayer Leverkusen, is poised to make the leap to the Premier League. And not just to any club, but to a Liverpool side under the guidance of new manager Arne, a man who prizes technical precision and tactical fluidity. This potential transfer isn't just a marquee signing. It could be a philosophical turning point to understand why Wirtz is more than just another promising talent. We must look at what Liverpool has become, what it still lacks. Under Jurgen Klopp, the Reds built a dynasty on pace, power, and verticality. Even in midfield, players like Jordan Henderson, James Milner, or Fabinho weren't artists with the ball, but warriors without it. The introduction of Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai in 2023 was a nod toward a more cultured midfield. But neither has yet truly claimed the conductor's baton. Liverpool remained a side reliant on its wingers and fullbacks to stretch and supply. That brings us to Wirtz. Watching Florian Wirtz play is like watching someone solving a puzzle in real time. Defenders converge. He sidesteps into space. A passing lane closes. He draws two men in and flicks the ball behind them. There is calculation in his creativity and courage in his risk. In a Leverkusen team orchestrated by Xabi Alonso, another man with Liverpool blood running through him, Wirtz was the center of gravity. Not just the playmaker, but the tempo setter. The one who dictates when to breathe and when to sprint. Slot, a student of positional play and vertical passing lanes, will see in Wirtz a kindred spirit. The Dutchman values players who move not just for space, but to manipulate structure. Wirtz is a master of these invisible threads. He doesn't need to score or assist to have altered the game. His mere presence between the lines can warp a defensive shape beyond recognition. But there is a deeper comparison waiting to be explored, a haunting one, for it echoes a golden era that ended too soon. Wirtz versus Coutinho. At his peak, Coutinho was a magician who turned mundane games into magic shows. From 2015 to 2017, he was Liverpool's spellcaster, conjuring goals from 25 yards or sliding passes no one saw coming. But Coutinho was often a soloist in a band that hadn't yet found harmony. Wirtz, by contrast, is an integrator. He doesn't need to dominate the spotlight. He illuminates others. Where Coutinho might attempt 3 dribbles and a curler into the top corner, Wirtz might touch once, draw a defender, and slip in Darwin Núñez behind the line. It's not about spectacle. It's about sequence. He is not the showman. He is the scriptwriter. In terms of raw output, Wirtz's numbers rival any elite attacking midfielder in Europe. But more telling than goals or assists is his ability to sustain pressure in the final third. Unlike many flair players, he doesn't disappear in games of attrition. In fact, he thrives in them. Compact defenses. He invites them forward, then slides through the cracks. Intense pressing from the opponent. He turns away with a swivel that would make Iniesta proud. Compare that to Liverpool's current midfield options. Mac Allister is elegant, but often deployed deeper. Szoboszlai is explosive, but inconsistent. Curtis Jones shows flashes, but remains raw. Harvey Elliott is promising but limited by physicality. None combine Wirtz's spatial awareness, vision, and bravery. None can act as the gravity well in the final third, drawing play toward them and redistributing it with intent. The 2024-25 season showed flashes of a Liverpool in transition. Under Slot, they pressed high, tried to control the centre more than Klopp's wing-dominated iterations. But they often lacked the lockpick. Against deep blocks, they circled the box but rarely pierced it. The fans saw it. So did the board. Which is why Wirtz's name now echoes around Anfield. Yet to understand his potential impact, one must also consider what he brings beyond the ball. Wirtz is a pressing machine. At Leverkusen, he averaged over 6 recoveries per match in the attacking third. That's not just hustle, that's intelligence. He knows when to engage, when to shade a passing lane, when to pounce. In Slot's pressing structure, this is gold dust, because pressing isn't just about energy, it's about cohesion. 1 step too early, and the trap fails. 1 second too late, and the backline is exposed. Wirtz presses like a predator, stalking prey patient, then lethal. His off-ball movement also solves a long-standing problem. Liverpool's reliance on the wings. In tight matches, when the flanks are shut down, there's often a void in central creativity. Wirtz fills that void with his movement, offering angles, dragging defenders, and creating central overloads. He offers a plan B that feels like a plan A, and perhaps most intriguing of all, Wirtz may be the key to unlocking Darwin Núñez. The Uruguayan striker often found himself making brilliant runs but receiving the ball late or not at all. With Wirtz behind him, those runs become weapons. The timing, the vision, the weight of the passwords can make Núñez look like the striker he was born to be. Then there is the intangible, the calm. Wirtz never seems rushed. In the madness of modern football, where pace and power often overshadow poise, Wirtz is a throwback to something purer. He slows the game to his rhythm. He invites you into his tempo. And when you accept, the game transforms. Imagine this. A cold night at Anfield, Champions League knockout round. The clock ticks into the 85th minute. The score is 1-1. Liverpool have pressed, prodded, and pushed. Then Wirtz, drifting between lines, receives the ball. 1 touch to turn, another to pause. A flick between 2 defenders, Núñez runs onto it. Goal, bedlam. That is the vision. That is the future Liverpool is courting. If this deal happens, it will not be about replacing Coutinho. It will be about completing something Klopp began but never finished. Building a Liverpool that combines industry with inspiration, that doesn't just outrun the opponent but outthinks them. Wirtz might not wear the number 10 shirt, but make no mistake, he would be Liverpool's next great playmaker. And in the hands of Arne Slot, he might become more than that. He might become the mind behind the mayhem. And that, for Liverpool, could change everything. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you again.